Thank you for inviting me, first of all. It's an honor to be. I've never spoken at Startup Grind.
So one of the major hurdles are that you can't basically go out on Facebook and say, buy shares in my company. So how do you solve that problem?
Well, we thought about the problem. We came with an idea, and I was lucky enough to meet Johan. And Johan said, look, you can do whatever you want. This is the radar. This is the closest you can fly to the radar. If you pass the radar, you might be in trouble. The decision is all yours. And what I realized at the point is that, and it's true ever since, is that legislation will never change before you. You are the ones who are pushing legislation. You are the ones who are pushing changes, behavior changes, etc. Which means that law is changing with us. It's a live document which is meant to be broken by us slightly or pushed slightly by us. And you have to be aware, at least, where the bounds go, so that you know how much you can, pull a string until it breaks. But said that, anything you put your mind to and you want to do, you should never be stopped by people telling you that you can't do that or you're not allowed to do that. Because you most likely will be allowed to do that, or it could be, if you just approach it from the right perspective.
I said earlier here today that almost that you should break the law. That's definitely not what I mean. What I mean is that lawyers are by tradition no-sayers. We like to say no to things because it's somehow in conflict with a legal rule, and legal risk is definitely something that we don't like. We like to avoid them, and that's in our nature to do so. What's different from maybe a new generation of lawyers is that they are yes-sayers. They are trying to attack the problem or the challenge from a problem-solving way, trying to not just giving the answer on the question, how can we actually make it possible to do this? They're trying to give the solution. And you can do it in many ways. You can answer no, but you can also try to adjust or maybe tweak the business idea a bit to actually create something that's not maybe definitely a yes on the question, but a way to work around.
So we're telling guys and girls and startups that as a business idea that includes an element of legal risk, to don't basically just forget it and don't do it. And that's not very good, because we have a lot of examples in Sweden of companies that started as TV3, for one example, MTG. They were the first company or the first TV channel in Sweden sending commercials in a country where it was perfectly or totally legal to do so, and they basically did it by broadcasting from another country. Another nice, more modern industry is probably the Bitcoin industry, who is basically handling and tackling the banks, the old traditional banks in Sweden, for saying no to them because they are doing something new, unfamiliar, by basically creating a bank by themselves.